Why are you so tense, god damn it?
Because I don't know what I'm doing!
Calm down.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it really looks like me, does it? I don't think it looks like me that much at all, to tell you the truth. No, it doesn't look like me. I like this. I think that this bears a much more of a likeness, don't you think? Yeah, I think that looks a bit more like me. Like me. Not like this. I look too normal.
Alright, people. Philly Kuts here. And in all seriousness, I got an unboxing to do with you guys. I just, you know, fooling around with the old Joker mask. You know, gotta justify that graphic novel purchase that this came with, you know, Death of the Family. So, I gotta make some use of it, but... Alright, so today I have a special unboxing. I scored this on Amazon a little while ago. It's the Batman 75th Anniversary Commemorative Edition Commemorative Collection. And this has 3 graphic novels in here. It has, let's see, it has Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, Snyder and Capullo, The Court of Owls, and it has Hush. Now, these are all great books from what I understand. I haven't read any of them yet, so like I said, I've been a Batman fan, but I'm deficient in a lot of the classic graphic novels and storylines, so I'm really trying to catch up on that. And I figured that since I got this for a good price, it retails for $49.99 American, $58 in Canada. But if you look around on, you know, Amazon and stuff, occasionally you can find some good deals. I actually got this for about 30 bucks. So, and there's a ton of reading in here for that price. Now, what I like about it, definitely so far, are the pictures. It's in like a hard, like cardboard case, book sleeve. I love that picture of Batman there. I guess once I take the plastic off, we'll see that better. And then it has a good picture of Batman there. I'm not sure which artists are doing those pictures. Maybe it will once I can find out once we get this off. But also another cool thing is, look at the spine of the book. Or books, rather. It creates a Batman symbol when you put them all together. Isn't that pretty cool? So there we go. Alright, so I figured we would unbox this real quick. I'll give you a brief overview of what each book is about, and we'll take a look at each cover. So, with the help of my little Joker blade here, let's operate, okay? I gotta be real careful here because I don't want to damage any of the book. So, there we go. This should be nice and easy. And get this in. Okay. No, so actually I thought that this was a piece of, just a piece of paper. It's actually part of the cover. So, yikes. And it gives no indication of what artist did which piece here. And I'm not sure. I'm not versed enough in the artist to know who that may be. Okay. These are very, very light. And I'll tell you this, they're kind of flimsy. Very, very light. Wow, these have to be like the lightest graphic novels I've ever seen. I mean, they're not beefy, which is kind of unfortunate. So, the stock of the paper that they're using for these, it actually has a nice kind of matte feel to it. But it certainly isn't up to par to other books that I've had. Alright, The Dark Knight Returns. This is with Frank Miller, and essentially, this is, Batman was in retirement. He was out of crime fighting for about 10 years, and I guess Gotham has gone to shit since then, and Batman returns. he returns, and he gets into conflict with two classic enemies, Two-Face and the Joker. But then, from what I understand, too, in little reviews that I've read, there is also a conflict between Batman and Superman. So I guess if you ever wanted to answer that age-old question, who would win in a fight, Batman or Superman, I guess this will give you kind of a little bit of an indication here who may win. And it's got some cool pictures in here. And look, right where I open up, you can see Superman. This is hard. I usually do this on my webcam so that when I put things up to the webcam, I can see it a lot better than this. But this camera has a lot better quality. We got the artwork here of, I guess, Klaus Janson and Lynn Varley. So I am not familiar with them at all. And this was an original miniseries comprised of 4 issues. In the 80s, 1986. And a lot of this kind of seems to have a more classic look to it, as you can see. I don't know, to me, I guess I'm used to the more modern art. Like, a lot of this almost seems to have kind of like a funny page quality to it. Some more of the art. There's a nice explosion. So, alright, that's the first book. I guess you would start out reading this. I'll probably read this one first, only because I've heard so many good things about it, and because Frank Miller is such a great writer. He really had a great influence on Daredevil, and also The Punisher, who was one of my favorites when I was growing up. I used to love The Punisher. And he's done things like Ronin, and he's had influence on the movies, you know, Sin City, 300. So that's the first one. Batman Returns. Alright. And the next one is Snyder and Capullo, Court of Owls. And who can forget Scott Snyder? His mark on comics right now is indelible, and this team has teamed up before, most notably for the Death of the Family storyline with the Joker, and I've read that one. I've read that graphic novel, and that was great. Apparently, this was the first story arc of the newly relaunched Batman of the New 52, so this is actually issues 1 through 7, I believe, in that series, and I love the way Capullo draws, man. He makes some really good Joker faces, but in this book, there is no Joker. It is the Court of Owls, and essentially the storyline in this book, here's a nice little summary. After a series of brutal murders rocks Gotham, Batman begins to realize that perhaps these crimes go far deeper than appearances suggest. As the Caped Crusader begins to unravel this deadly mystery, he discovers a conspiracy going back to his youth and beyond, to the origins of the city he's sworn to protect. Could the Court of Owls, once thought to be nothing more than an urban legend, be behind the crime and corruption? Or is Bruce Wayne losing his grip on sanity and falling prey to the pressures of his war on crime? So very, very cool. I don't know anything about the Court of Owls. I know there's a Court of Owls, and then I know afterwards, after this story arc, I think there was a City of Owls story arc. So, if you are familiar with Capullo's artwork, here's a great picture of Batman in some sort of demonic form there. He is a great artist, and like I said, I just really love the way that he makes Joker look, especially in that Death of the Family. Here's some sketches, too. There's a sketch there. Batman in owl form. And then there's Batman there. So I really love the artwork of Capullo. You know, he might be one of my favorite artists right now, too. And Scott Snyder definitely is one of my favorite writers. Especially his new title, Witches, which I'm reading, which is a great, great book. I recommend you check out that comic, Witches. There's some more owl folk wearing these owl masks. There looks like an owl assassin. So I really look forward to reading this. There's the back cover, same as the last one. I really look forward to reading this because I'm a big Scott Snyder fan. So, can't wait to check that out. And then finally, the Big Daddy. This one's really thick. Hush. I mean, this is clocking in at hundreds and hundreds of pages here, definitely, for sure. And this is by Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee. So Jeff Loeb, I would say he's probably most famous for The Long Halloween, which is one I did read. And that was a great graphic novel. Had a lot to do with kind of the origins of Two-Face. And then you also have Jim Lee, the artist who's been involved in the Justice League and Superman Unchained. So big time, big heavy hitters in this book. Let's take a look at the art, and then I'll kind of give you a summary of this story arch. And I can already see that there are a ton of classic Batman villains in here. First we have some Catwoman footage. And Jim Lee just really has a classic look, I think. His artwork is just a very classic and clean kind of look. I really like it. Here we have the Riddler. So if I'm causing there to be too many spoilers, maybe you should shut this off, because I'm kind of just flipping here at random. Here's the Joker. Interesting look. He has kind of like a Pinocchio look. I much prefer Capullo's Joker. Oh, and the lovely Harley Quinn. I can't wait to read these pages. So Hush apparently is a mastermind of crime. And he's using Batman's friends and foes to create havoc in the city of Gotham. That's all I'm going to tell you, because I don't want to spoil it. And this just looks like a real rogues gallery of, you know, a who's who of Batman villains and heroes here. There's Robin. There's even Superman in here. So I guess they just pretty much dropped everybody in this book. It looks like, it seems like this is a real who's who in here. A real true rogues gallery of villains and heroes. There's Poison Ivy and Superman, so maybe she has him under one of her spells. So that'd be pretty cool. I can't wait to read these. I'm very happy that I got these for the price that I got. I'm really looking forward to it. But again, I wish that the quality of the book was just a bit better. Like, I have The Long Halloween, and this is much heavier. And it's actually not as thick as this Hush book. But this is like way more dense. And the cover has a lot better feel to it. So I just wish that they would have used some better quality stock. So that's the only thing that I'm really disappointed about. It's just very, you know, you can even hear in the noise. It's just very flimsy book, flimsy material. So I guess the answer to which guy drew this Batman, it was Jim Lee. So I did not know that. So alright guys, so just a quick unboxing and overview of these books in the 75 anniversary collection. I heard lots of people were kind of upset with the selections in here. You know, lots of people were saying, well, maybe you should have put in, you know, The Killing Joke, which I also read, or maybe The Long Halloween. So maybe, you know, as a conversation piece, guys, let me know which Batman graphic novels or story arcs you think should have been put into this 75th anniversary collection. I'm happy with it because I haven't read any of these yet. And, oh, let me get this Batman back together. And I'm happy because I haven't read them. So let me know. And stay tuned because I will be doing more unboxings. And of course I have my weekly comic book hauls. I'm probably going to be unboxing this very shortly. Because I've started a Joker collection. There's one of the pop arts from The Dark Knight. That Joker. So I want to keep expanding on that. And I need to put together my little mini Batwing set that I got with Lego Batman 3. Alright, dudes, this has been Philly Kuts. Have a good night. Peace.
You fuck! God damn it!
Dad, you're not clear.
Dad, you're gonna get in an accident. You can't stop here.
I'm all fucked up! What? I'm going crazy!